Afghanistan Embassy in India has suspended operations, citing an inability to serve the country's interests and a shortage of staff and resources. But politics over it now playing out, with the Congress party calling it a failure of government policy, saying headline management seems to be affecting ties. That's the attack coming in from the Congress leader Gaurav Gogoi, who has taken to social media platform X to say that this is a result of the centre's headline management that is affecting the ties between the two countries. That's the attack that has come in from the Congress party. The Congress party has criticized Afghanistan Embassy closing its operations in India. In fact, this announcement is coming 2 years after the elected government in Afghanistan was overthrown by the Taliban. And India, remember, does not recognize the Taliban government, but it had allowed the Afghan embassy to continue operations under the ambassador and the mission staff that had been appointed by the previous government. Now, an attack coming in from the Congress. My colleague Meenakshi is joining us with the details of the attack that has come in from the Congress party, which claims that headline management of centre is to blame.
Well, yes, Pratibha, now let's take a look at the tweet which has been put out by the Congress party. Remember, as you were telling our viewers, the Afghan embassy has basically shut its operations in India due to lack of funds, diplomats leaving. These were basically, most of the diplomats were Ghani regime appointed, and looks like, according to reports, that they have now taken or gained asylum in US and Europe, and that's why they're leaving the country. But the Congress has linked it to the foreign policy of the Modi government. Gaurav Gogoi says, and I quote verbatim, "It is a sad testament to PM Modi's lack of focus on India's neighborhood." The charge coming in from the side of the Congress. Gaurav Gogoi also saying, and I quote, "A rising power has a positive impact on its neighbors. Unfortunately, headline management has restricted India's own sphere of influence." So the Congress reacting to Afghan embassy now shutting its operations, saying that it basically shows how the BJP government is more interested in headline management, and that's why, as a result, the Afghan embassy shut shop. The allegation from the Congress.
Okay, all right. So India does not recognize the Taliban government. It came to power after overthrowing the elected government. Rishabh also is on the broadcast with us. Rishabh, the Congress party claims that this is a reflection of the Modi government. Is it a reflection of the centre, or is it a reflection of what's going on in Afghanistan?
Well, if we talk about what's happening in Afghan embassy, let's go by the chronology how it all began. In August 2021, as Meenakshi was pointed out, that the elected Ashraf Ghani government was thrown out and Taliban took over. Kabul fell on 15th of August. Since then, India has not recognized Taliban as of now, given that India's argument is very clear. A, Taliban needs to come up with an inclusive government, and B, Afghan soil cannot be used for terrorism in any given country. If these two conditions are, acknowledged and worked upon, India might move toward, accrediting the government in Afghanistan. Taliban government is yet not a legitimate government as per Indian government. Apart from that, in last two and a half years, the salaries for Afghanistan embassy staffs has not come in. The ambassador has not been in India for last 10 months. He has taken a refuge. Now the Afghan embassy have accused that India did not extend the visa for diplomats. On what ground will India extend the visa? There is no legitimate government. There is no diplomatic tie between India and Afghanistan. Hence, the whole visa process becomes very complicated. On whose behalf are these diplomats?
In fact, the embassy was also rocked by a power struggle. Stay with us, Rishabh. I request you to stay on with us. We have Mr. Manjinder Singh Sirsa joining us on the broadcast. Mr. Sirsa, the attack that has come in from the Congress party is that the centre's headline management is the reason for affecting ties with Afghanistan.
See, first of all, it is their internal issue. But as far as foreign affairs are concerned, especially when it comes to diplomacy, I don't think any one of us should speak on that, because it is a very sensitive matter between two countries. And it is it has a more relevance because of Afghanistan. Definitely we understand that. But due to their internal fight and due to their own circumstances, they were forced to shut down this mission. And now blaming our Prime Minister, I think, would not be fair enough to speak on his behalf. So I would definitely say that these are two countries' external issue, where external ministry should only take care of this issue. We should not comment any kind of on this issue.
Because so this is a diplomatic issue. Don't politicize. That's The appeal from the BJP. Mr. Sirsa, thank you for joining us. The Congress party says it is a testament to Prime Minister Modi's lack of focus on India's neighbourhood. Rishabh, we'll have to leave it at that, but reactions continue to come in and we'll come back to you for that.